Welcome to reality. You're now on the Code of Mind channel. You were born, and the pyramids were already standing. Someone pressed play, but you didn't see how they were built. You only saw the traces, stones, photos, legends. And now think, is it possible without the technologies of the XXI-century to cut multi-ton blocks with an accuracy of up to a millimeter, perfectly polished surfaces? Blocks weighing 50 tons each, laid out like puzzles, without mortar, but so tightly that a blade cannot pass between them. Have you ever tried to move at least one such boulder? Human hands are not capable of this. Now transport yourself to Baalbek, Lebanon. A huge platform, a trilithon, 3 stones of 800 tons each. I repeat, 800 tons. They had to be not only carved out, but also raised, moved, aligned. To this day, not a single crane on earth can repeat this, or the Abu Simbel temple in Egypt. Hieroglyphs carved on the walls, cut as if a laser had passed over the granite. But this was supposedly 3,000 years ago. What did they cut with? Stone against stone? A chisel? Come on. You just opened your eyes, and all these antiquities were already here. The world loaded in advance. You needed to believe that it had existed for a long time before you, although in reality it began to exist with you. You walk down the street, and it forms behind you, just like in old games. Turn around, it is not real until you look at it. You observe, which means it is there. You are the observer. The world turns on not when it is there, but when you look. You are the central processor, and everything else is graphics. Pyramids, temples, towers, chronicles. All of this is not evidence of the past, but explanations of the present that you need in order to believe in this game. You think you appeared in the world, but what if it is the world that appeared in you? When you remember childhood, you think it is your personal experience. Photographs, smells, events, everything seems real. But what if all of this is a file, simply loaded into your system? Think about it. You cannot prove that your memories are real. You cannot return there. You cannot show this moment outside of your head. And if I give you a new memory fragment right now, and you begin to believe that you were there, where will the line be between fiction and truth? Neuroscientists know that the brain does not distinguish fiction from reality. When you remember and when you imagine, the exact same areas of the brain are active. This means that memory is not a storehouse, but a reconstruction. That is, every time you remember, you rewrite the moment anew. Memory does not live in the past. It is reproduced in the present. Who inserted all these memories into you before birth? You know what a kindergarten looks like, although you may have never gone there. You know what a school bell sounds like, but you cannot remember why you know it. You believe that there was World War II, but you didn't see it. You believe that you lived in that city. But all you have are sensations, and if sensations can be created, then memory can also be embedded, like a flash drive in the head, like firmware in the system. You were born and received a data package, memories, beliefs, boundaries, emotions. But maybe you never lived through this. Maybe you simply turned on reality and everything that is in it appeared at the moment of observation. You think the past has already happened, that it is somewhere there, behind your back, that it can be remembered, found in archives, restored. But where is it now? If you are turned off, if your feelings, thoughts, and consciousness are disconnected, will anything at all remain of what you call the past? The answer is no, because the past lives only in your perception. You never see the past directly, you see its interpretation. The world is like an interactive game in which the past is rendered at the moment you decide to turn back. You asked a question, and reality threw a version at you. You wanted to understand who you were, and a strange fragment came into your dreams. Or a story on YouTube suddenly resonated, or you found a photograph that you are sure wasn't there before. This is not a bug. This is an algorithm adjusting to the observer. The past is like Google search. You enter a query, you get an answer. But what you see depends not on the truth, but on your internal filters. If you believe that childhood was happy, it remains that way in memory. If you decide that it was traumatic, Images of pain suddenly surface that previously seemed not to exist. That is how the download works. The past is not carved in stone. It is created here and now, inside your perception, and that means you can change it. And when you understand this, you begin to guess. Everything you know about the world might just be a reflection of your beliefs. Imagine a movie theater, a gigantic white screen, and somewhere behind you stands a projector, and so it begins to shine. Pictures appear on the screen: people, a house, pain, joy. You look and think, this is reality. But the truth is that everything you see is a projection from within you. The projector is your consciousness, and the film on which you shoot the movie of life is your beliefs, expectations, setups, fears, and desires. Are you afraid that you will be betrayed? The projector will show you betrayal. Are you sure that the world is dangerous? Here you go. Reality will become confirmation. You don't believe in love? The world will give you partners who will mirror this absence. But as soon as you change the internal script, the projector begins to show a different movie. This is not esotericism. This is the physics of the observer. A photon behaves differently depending on whether you are looking at it or not. Reality responds to observation. It is alive, it is fluid, it breathes in the rhythm of your consciousness. And while you are trying to change the screen, you are fighting the reflection. The real power is in the projector, in your gaze, in your focus, in how aware you are when you look. This is why the exact same events for different people are different movies, because everyone has their own projector. Right now, at this very moment, we are all inside one big event. It is massive. It is changing the rules. It has shattered the habitual perception of reality. And what is surprising is that each of us has our own version of what is happening. One person found a corner of comfort in this. Finally, they can take their time, rest, hide. Another, on the contrary, saw an opportunity for growth, started earning money, opened a business, launched a new path. Someone felt like a victim and now lives in a script of guilt, fear, and resentment, while someone else packed their bags, left, and is building a bright, powerful future in a new country, in a new body, in a new version of themselves. The event is one, but the projection is different. Everyone has their own screen, their own camera of perception, their own lens of thinking. Even among close people in one family, there are absolutely different views. One person can suffer and curse everything. Another can see how new meanings unfold in this. And the strangest thing is that even those who loudly say one thing may think something completely different inside. They repeat, everything is bad. But in their head they are already making plans, dreaming, looking for options, and secretly rejoicing that finally a chance has appeared to exit the old system. Because the exact same world is 100 different reflections, you see not what is, you see what you live through inside. Therefore, there is no universal script. Therefore, one truth does not work for everyone. Everyone has their own path, their own role, their own projector. And if you see that someone is living this differently, do not judge. They are looking through a different lens. And when all of this ends, the world will also be different for everyone. It all begins with something simple. They said that you were made from a rib, but everyone's DNA is different. And what about races with different skin colors, with blood? Why are you like this? And another is completely different. They said that there are languages, but why are there thousands of them? Why are children in different countries born with one mouth, but hear and speak on completely different waves? They said that there are borders, but you see there is not a single real fence on the globe. Who invented them? What for? Why is this line here and not 2 kilometers to the left? They said that this is your profession, your role, your country. But why did you choose none of this? Why was everything already there before you? You begin to understand. You are not in the world. You are inside a version of the world, inside a template that was given to you. You were given a projector and thrown a film. Here, this is your life. Believe. You are that which illuminates everything you look at. Your attention is light. And where there is light, the stage appears. First you saw the movie. Now you see the cracks in the scenery. The uncompleted code, programs not brought to the end. Like a theory of space full of holes and wrinkles. Like the history of humanity, where each turn contradicts the previous one. What happens when you no longer look for a foothold in the past? When you don't wait for old signals from the matrix? When you don't catch other people's thoughts to understand who you are? The awakening of the Creator happens. The one who looks not with eyes, but with consciousness. The one who no longer asks, "Is it allowed?" He simply does. You begin to notice. Reality is waiting for your signal. It is not you adjusting it to yourself, but it responds to you. And at this moment you understand that everything, from thoughts to events, is not a reflection of you but a derivative of you. If there is chaos inside, the world collapses. If there is clarity inside, it aligns itself. You can walk in silence, and it will become quiet around. You can walk with intention, and space will begin to bend. It is not you who must adjust to it, but it waits for your command. You are the center of this stage, the main projector, director, and performer, the code that launches everything. And as soon as you realize this, everything that was impossible becomes your new norm. You exit the sleep mode. You no longer follow the lines of the script. You become the line. You are the current. You are the spark. You are the one who turns all of this on. And at this moment, the world begins to listen to you, because for the first time, you turned yourself on. Thank you for being with me on this channel. I wish you the best possible branch of reality. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.